In this video, we're going to take a look at the basic grabbing, rotating, and scaling of objects. So let's just give this a go here with our default cube. So you left click to select the cube. You're going to see when it's selected, you get this orange border around it if you're just in the default theme here. And once you have an object selected, you can do stuff with it. And so here are the basics you can do. If you want to start scaling this, which means to change its size, you can hit the letter S. Now, before you do that, make sure the cursor's maybe around here. Okay, not too far away, but not dead in the middle, just sort of here. Hit S, and you can see that if I move the mouse now, it starts to change the size of the object. So that's scaling mode. You're going to see some numbers pop up above. They were around here when I did that. And so, you can see how much you're actually scaling by. Now, the neat thing is when you actually have the S key pressed, that if you look at the very bottom of the screen here, hold on, I'll show you. It's hard for me to show you where, but near the bottom of the screen, you're going to see a whole bunch of options. It says confirm, cancel, access, plane, all these different things. Here's what it's telling you. When you have the S key pressed, I can follow up by pressing another key on the keyboard. So let's say I press now X. Now it's going to limit the scaling into the X direction. Okay? So for instance, if I go S, Y, I'm scaling just in the Y. SZ scales just in the Z. S, SZ, right? SY, you think you get the idea. You'll notice if your cursor is too close to the center of the object when you press S, it can be hard to do it exactly. That's why I was recommending when you start these moves, have the cursor sort of out here. It gives you sort of a nice smooth control over the scaling. So this is true of all the commands I'm going to show you today. You can always follow up with extra things. For instance, I could go S, Z, 5. And it makes it 5 times as big in the Z direction. So you can always choose your command. S, X, 2, twice as big in the X direction. So a lot of keyboard commands, right, that you end up using here. And once you get used to it, it's pretty fast. Now that was scaling. Okay, what else can you do? You can also do a little rotating. So if I hit R, and that's just going to free rotate. But just like with scaling, usually you're going to follow this up with another letter. So let me press Y now. So really what I pressed was R, then Y. And now I'm rotating in the Y direction. And if I go R, Z, now I'm rotating around the Z axis, right? So it's easier. And just like with scaling, you can even type a number. So if I want, I could say R, Z, 90, and it rotates at 90. And so I did it again. R, Z, 90. Right? So you can get more precise rotations if you know the number. Okay, so that's rotating. Okay, the last one is grabbing. To move this thing, you press G. So if I press G, X, I'm moving in the X direction. I don't recommend that you just press G and move it. You may look like you're just going up and down, but you're probably also going forwards and back, right? And so usually you always say direction like GZ, and now you're going to be just moving in the Z direction. And if you know you want to precisely move it, you can go GZ1, right? Or GZ -2, right? And you literally type those out on your keyboard, and it moves it exactly the amount you want to move it. Now, let's say you've mess this up and you go, oh no, I just want my cube back to normal again. Well, if you want to reset things, you can press the Alt key and you follow it up by either pressing, I'll do Alt R, will reset the rotation. Why isn't it resetting my rotation? Alt S resets my scale, and Alt G, I don't know why my Alt R is not working. That's a little weird. Alt R. So interesting enough here, on your computer, Alt R should work, but I think my recording program is actually using my Alt R. It's not letting it work in Blender. So I'll show you another way if you just want to reset the rotation here, is when you're in any window, if you press N, N opens up a little side panel here, which tells you information about your object. And I'm not sure here, but you can see my rotation values are set here. I can just put them back to 0 and 0. So if you ever want to do things by the number, you can press N and it toggles the item tab and you can actually see your values that you're using. Okay, so that was actually a good little accident to happen. Could show you that stuff there. That's basically it for your basic manipulation of objects. I'm trying to see here if there's anything like fancier we could do. I guess I could show you this. If you have the cube selected, you'll see up here, you have something called the gizmo, right? And it says, if you just click it down, we could activate these if you wanted. Honestly, students usually don't use these, but if you have the gizmo activated, you can see now you can click on the arrowhead, move things. You can click on a circle, rotate it, right? Usually students are happy with the keyboard commands. They're sort of faster and more precise anyways. But that's it for your basic grab, rotate, and scaling.